Like this.
Let me ask this, P. Let me ask this. Uh, Obsession versus attraction. What's the difference between attraction and obsession? Like that might be. Well, I guess that's kind of a
Well,
dumbass question, huh?
no. I would say an obsession is a strong ass attraction.
Mm-hmm. Too much.
Right. Yeah, like it's a over the top attraction to
Right.
where it becomes an obsession, something so dominant that it attracts every part of a person to it that they can't go to sleep without thinking about it. They wake up thinking about it. It's becomes a part of even when they doing things outside of whatever that thing may be or that person is, you know what I mean? An obsession is, I would say, is a very, very strong attraction to something.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, though, depending on how it's used, obsessions could be good. Not all,
Mm-hmm.
but you could say somebody like Kobe Bryant was obsessed with basketball,
Being a great, right.
being one of the greatest of all times. That was an obsession for him. So what he did with his obsession was he developed a work ethic that most people wouldn't have so that he can dedicate his skill set, his life to becoming one of the greatest of all time. So that was, he was attracted to basketball by whatever attracted him, but that attraction became an obsession. And it could be a healthy obsession depending on how, I know most obsessions are probably not considered healthy, but sometimes they could be. But I would say the difference is that obsession is a very strong attraction. It goes past just the normal attraction.
So let me ask this: how do you know when you found your person?
Hmm. You know, it's difficult, right? Because you can be attracted to someone,
Mm-hmm.
you can be
Mm-hmm.
attracted to a lot of people. So just being attracted to a person doesn't mean that it's your person. And when you say your person, everybody really is their own person, right? So nobody's really your person, but in the context of saying that this is the one for you to build with and be with,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's very difficult. And it depends on how you look, like who the person is, who you are, before
Mm-hmm.
you even start looking, right? Because depending on the type of person that you are, that the person is that's looking, the attraction, that's what you'll attract,
Mm-hmm.
right? People usually attract kind of what they open up themselves to.
Right.
So depending on who a person is and where they are in their life and like and then without getting too deep, knowing what you like. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
really know what you like. I know people probably think that that's not, but that's a huge thing because you, like you were saying, like you gotta like this person. Do you actually like this person? So knowing what you actually like and what you don't like, it doesn't matter just how if you're attracted to how a person looks, but knowing what you like. Like for instance, for a man, if you like a woman that is more of a homebody and stays at home, and you know what I'm saying, then you would probably be better off being in a
With a
relationship
with
that
a
fits that
homebody.
homebody versus a woman that will, like vice versa for women. If you like a man that's gonna do, handle his business, but doesn't mind being at home and spending time at home, don't get somebody who always got to be out. It ain't gonna
Mm,
work. You know what I mean? Because
mm,
some people just the opposite. They always got to be out. Well, you can't turn that person in. So you got to be honest about what you like outside of an attraction. That's how I would answer your question. Be
mm.
honest
That,
about the attributes that you like outside of an attraction. And
was a
if
good
you are,
motherfucking answer.
and if you are able to do that, then you have a better chance of finding your person because you'll have things that you really like about
That was a fucking good ass answer you just gave right there. Um, because you gotta like your person. You gotta like your person. I would just like shit. I think, nigga, I think you just gave a miraculous ass answer. How do you know when you found your person? I just fucking think you'll fucking just know. You know what I'm saying? But again, attractions change, feelings change, and what you may feel one day, you may feel different the other day. But I agree with what you said. You got to know you all the way. You know what I'm saying? What is it that you like? Because you may be a person who I don't really like to go out. You know what I'm saying? And this person may say, I don't like to go out. I just like to stay in the house and Netflix and chill. But ask this question to yourself: do you really like to sit in the house and Netflix and chill, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to do that, nigga? Or do you really want to be out? You know what I'm saying? So, but when you said it depends on where you at in your life and knowing who you are, like I don't even know if you even I know you did. You know what I'm saying? Like the dink 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 because those shit is so potent right there because you got to know if you a fucking if you a trainer, if you a trainer, you're not going to want somebody who's a eater. What the fuck? I'm working out and all you want to do is eat. Make this make sense. How we even look, right? So you're going to want somebody who's maybe a runner or who likes, you know what I'm saying? It got to fit
Some type of,
fit it
yeah.
right, fit into the
Go
realm of what I'm
ahead.
doing and where we going. You know what I'm saying? And that
Exactly.
is coming with knowing you, knowing them and seeing, you know what I'm saying? So that again, like I say, going to the resume. But ultimately I think if you find your person, I think if it's that, I think uh I think shit, you just know. Shit, you just know. I don't think there's no real way to tell. I don't think there's no fucking book that say, hey, this is your person. I think you'll just know. But I also think, man, take the time to get to know yourself and check your resume. Check your resume because a lot of motherfuckers coming out here with that representative.
Yeah.
They coming out there with their representative. Hey, I cook, I clean, I can do this, I do that, and I do this, and I'm just awesome. And then you get with them, and you're like, what happened to the cooking? Oh yeah, I cook on Sundays, but not the rest of the week. Okay, all right. Well, what about cleaning? Oh yeah, I clean on Saturdays, but I don't clean the rest of the week. All right. Well, do you want to go out? No, I said I like Netflix, but I gotta run over here real quick, and then I'll be everything you taught me was some bullshit, nigga.
I will say
Hey,
this though too. That's
go ahead.
why living with a person, I know people don't want to hear this. It's another thing. That's why living with a person before you get married or before you decide to buy a home together or before you decide to do whatever type of legal bonding thing you could do, living with a person is important. I know some very religious individuals who do not live with the individual and then they get married and move in together and it's the hardest thing that they have ever done and it ruins their relationship because they were dating a representative that they never got to. I know some married couples who got married, they did everything right, went through that, they was in the church, they dated, they
Mm-hmm.
did all the stuff, got married, moved into their place, and their relationship, they trying to figure out how to keep it together.
Because you don't know a person until you live with them.
You better live with
Motherfuckers,
them.
motherfuckers be nasty.
Better live with them.
You better at least just give yourself
Especially,
that
everybody
year.
ain't always had their own place before. So if you move in with somebody and this is their first time having their own place, that's even different. That's another. So you gotta know these things. You want to know somebody live.
Resume. That- yeah, yeah.
I'm just
So
keeping it real.
now that was an accurate statement, man. Check people credit scores.
Yeah.
Check credit scores like shit because if we building, we gonna need credit is important. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that the person that you deal with matches your energy, matches you. You know, I think that's ultimately the answer right there. And the short version, right, of what you already said. Just make sure that person matches you. You know what I'm saying? You got to find, in a sense, your doppelganger, right? The person that fits your mold and fits your drive and your dedication. Don't give me somebody, if I'm moving now at 10, don't give me somebody moving at 2, because this shit ain't gonna keep up. Don't hold me back from what I'm trying to do. You need to be and you need to be pushing. If I'm moving at 10 shit, you need to be pushing at 9, between 9 and 11.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping up with me, or going ahead of me, where you making me have to keep up with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that ultimately is what's going to push us to get further, right? Y'all, the drive's got to match, the energy's got to match. And if we like-minded if we like-minded in this, then we can better achieve and obtain our goals a lot faster, and manifest what we're trying to do and build on that. But if you're dealing with somebody that, yeah, she got a big booty, or she getting the bag, or he got the bag, and whatever, and that's what it's based on, but you're moving at a 10 or a 7, and this person ain't even moving, they're stagnant, they're moving at a 1 or a 3, because they feel like, yeah, I got this, and this gonna get me through life, then that shit is not that's not a person for you. That's a dumpster. I want to say, for y'all to ejaculate in with one another. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, I think make sure to, like P said, man, make sure that shit uh is even, and who you are, where you are in your life, and make sure they know where they are. Y'all got to meet at happy, man. And listen, inside a relationship, it's gonna be some building, it's gonna be some healing, it's gonna be some thrills, it's gonna be some turmoil, it's gonna be some topsy turvy, it's gonna be some of everything. That's why it's important to make sure that the person you deal with is teachable, is knowledgeable, is resourceful,
Mm.
is independent, can be
Mm.
supportive, can
Mm.
be encouraging, can be whatever it is, can be versatile in every way,
Big
because
bro.
life is going to change. And as life changes, you have to be able to adapt and become this part. And every time is not a 60-40, 50-50. Relationships in life has ways of, it can be 100-0 for a long time or a short time. It can be 80-20. It can be whatever it's going to be. Make sure that the person you're dealing with is okay carrying and being carried.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times as men, we may say, shit, I feel bad because I can't do this right now. You got to make sure that you okay, that, hey, you, you winning right now and I'm down. Are you okay carrying this right now? And on top of that, actually, nigga, are you okay being carried? And I'm not saying be lazy and not try to get out there and go get it, but be okay accepting help from your person, and then also be able to carry this person, because it can go either way. And so you got to make sure that you're able to do everything that your person is doing. You need to be able to do as well. Y'all need to be on an even playing field at all times. And communication is key. That therapy is key. That knowing you is key. That supportiveness is key. It is all important.
Indeed. Those were some good points that you made too, like teachable, all those, and understanding, knowledgeable, all that stuff, because teachable is a big one. Because if you are a person who's in the practice of best practices and you continue to work on yourself, even within a relationship, you said independent, that's a part of being independent. Being by yourself while in a relationship is something that people have to understand is important. You are in a relationship, but you still have to be independent within the relationship, knowing how to bring something to the table, get what you are getting out of a relationship, but still be able to improve yourself for yourself by yourself while still in a relationship. So those were some good points that you pointed on. I also want to say something about the attraction, because like you said, and the money, like you said like, oh, she thick or he got money. Well, there's some very attractive people that's hella annoying. And so all that attractiveness goes out the window when you can't deal with them, when you don't want to hear their voice, when they just hella annoying. No matter if she got a big booty and a pretty face and none of that, you just can't stand. Like, shut the fuck. And it just like just because a person has money, they could be wealthy, but when they get to talking, the only thing they can talk about is the money. Like, that's what they have over people's head. But outside of them winning in the game of money, they losing in everything else. And in the money, okay, it can also be the same thing just as somebody being really beautiful and annoying. They can be very wealthy and annoying. So, some people go after those things only to find out that the person that has that beauty, the person that has that money, they can't even deal with them.
You know the most important thing, P, that I didn't say? Patience.
Yeah.
You got to have patience and give a person the time to learn you, to learn your habits, your ways, and learn how to love you, and learn how to support you, and learn how to learn from you and teach you, right? And you got to be able to you got to have patience with yourself to be able to
That's what I was gonna say.
reciprocate that.
Yeah.
Reciprocate. So I'm listening to you. Go ahead, though. My fault. I had
No,
circled that
no, no, no,
because
no,
that was
no,
a good
no.
word.
No, I was agreeing with what you just said. Go ahead. I was actually, as you were saying that, I was going to say, you got to have patience with yourself. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, because we got to know we got to learn. Give yourself time to learn another person too. Learn their habits, learn their ways, learn how to learn from them, because we all teach different, we all learn different, we all speak different. And you got to think, when you're dealing with somebody, they're different from you. They was brought up a different way, maybe some similarities, but it's still a different way. So learn, give yourself time. Patience is a fucking virtue. Have it, because everything that we just listed off is going to take patience. Nothing happens over anything worth having takes time to get.